This is a question we get all the time. What's a wrongful death case worth? And it's a hard question to answer. But there are several factors that we look at, and pretty much every lawyer who handles these cases is going to look at the same factors. The first thing that we look at when evaluating a wrongful death claim is who are the survivors and what are the relationships. So those are the family members who are allowed by statute to make a claim for the wrongful death. The greater the relationship, the greater the loss, the greater the value of that side of the claim. The second thing we look for in evaluating a wrongful death claim is what evidence do we have to support these claims? It's very nice if the person who's in court claiming the loss says they had a wonderful relationship with the person who passed away. It's another thing to have objective evidence in the form of photographs, videos, telephone records, text messages. You might be watching this video and saying, of course, everyone is going to have photos and videos with their parents or their children. But I'll tell you, I've had cases before where there was a significant relationship, but for whatever reason, the survivor just wasn't the kind of person that took photos or videos. We had 1 or 2 photographs showing that father and son or mother and son had any kind of relationship at all. The last thing that we look at when we're evaluating a wrongful death case are the economic claims. So those are claims for loss of earnings and support, financial support that the person who passed away would have been able to provide to the family, and also the loss of services. So those are all the things that someone does around their house to help their family members. That could be cooking, cleaning, taking care of children, taking children to school, going grocery shopping, and doing all the things that parents do at home to take care of their children or to support their spouse. We generally try to come up with a number that we think a reasonable jury could award. In any wrongful death case, even if there's an admitted liability case, meaning the person who caused the death says, we're sorry, we caused it, we accept responsibility, a jury could do almost anything. There have been cases that have gone to trial where lawyers were certain they were going to wind up with millions or tens of millions of dollars for the clients, and the verdict came back very low. The opposite is true as well. And so what we do when we're trying to evaluate a case for settlement is we look at it like a bell curve. So there's a reasonable range where we would expect a reasonable jury to return a verdict for X amount of dollars within a range. And the defense will have their own range of what they think a reasonable jury could come back with. But the truth is, when we go into a courtroom, no one can predict what any particular jury might do. Depending on who is on the jury, the results can vary widely, even with the same claims, the same witnesses, the same lawyers, the same evidence. So if you have questions on what a wrongful death case might be worth, feel free to call our office. We're happy to discuss it with you and see whether we might be able to help.